Say something stupid, Tom.
And, yeah.
It's thick. It's thick.
Thick old pages. You look like angry Bill O'Reilly with a beard. You're just like, we're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
Wait a minute.
Wow. Oh! And welcome. Entertain This, a podcast about movies, TV shows, and video games, not modern warfare.
Yet.
Not yet. My name's Aiden. With me, I have Mitch.
Hello.
And Tam.
Hi, Tom.
Okay. Today.
Bless you.
Sorry. Stuck up on me there.
For a second, I thought you went, hey, you. I really laughed.
You just have like that Mario sneeze.
Woo-hoo.
By the way, did you see the new voice actor for Mario? He does a lot of anime, but he usually does like deep, anime characters like, oh, Goku. It's been many a years since I've seen you.
You can't think of a single anime character with a deep voice, so you're just like,
Oh, Goku.
And then they got this guy doing Mario, and he does it pretty good. It's kind of like the guy who does the new voice for Mickey.
It's a me.
He's always playing.
Mario.
He's always playing like evil live action characters. I think he was in like a John Wick movie at one point, and he's doing Mickey Mouse. And you see him, you're like, "That's the guy, really?"
This is funny.
But he does So, anyways, all right. Well, that's our podcast. We just go off on tangents and talk about random stuff that we find entertaining, usually to our individual self, and then everybody just kind of sits and nods. So.
Yeah.
That was that moment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Moving on. Before we begin this episode, social media Mitch.
Wow.
Hey, don't steal my thunder. EntertainThisPodcast.com will take you to our Facebook.
Thunder.
Oh, I do.
You saw him when he sat down.
EntertainThisPodcast.com will take you to our Facebook group and page, or you can go to our Twitter/X, which is @ThisEntertain, our Instagram, which is entertain.this, our TikTok, and our YouTube, which is entertain.this, ! I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are no other social medias that matter.
Not that we use.
No. Not the general.
I want to play a game.
I guess we're going straight into trivia now.
Yeah.
Are we?
For today.
Mitch just like, I don't have time to listen to Hayden.
Mitch, put the gun away.
Ah!
Look, I did all the work. I'll just go with it. All right, we're going straight into trivia.
What's mine? I don't even know what... Oh, that's Power Rangers. I want a new one. Oh, boy! All right, there you go.
Anyways, we're doing famous actors that did voice acting that you may or may not know.
James Woods.
That might be a question. What I'll do is I'll give you the character, and if you don't know the character, I'll give you the movie that it's from, and then you just got to guess who the actor or actress is.
All right.
Starting with number 1, John Smith.
Mel Gibson.
I only heard his buzzer go.
Oh. There you go. There's my...
Mel Gibson.
Yes.
Ah, well, there you go.
I actually knew that.
Fiona.
Nope.
Movie?
Fiona. Yeah.
That's the movie.
It's from Shrek.
Oh, Cameron Diaz.
Yeah. Yeah, if I give you the actress or if I give you the character and nobody gets it, when I say the movie, you can rebuzz in.
All right.
Let's see. Brother Bear.
That one
Brother Bear.
is...
Probably not going to be who you think it is, but...
Yep, I don't have it.
Movie, please.
Brother Bear.
Well, from the Bernstein Bears.
Oh.
Oh.
Dan Aykroyd.
No.
Bill Murray.
No. Think a lot younger.
A lot younger from the Burn.
And a comedian.
Billy Crystal?
No. A lot younger.
A lot younger.
Like
What?
currently young, pretty much. Still
Pete Davidson.
close. It's along those lines.
Colin Yost?
Nope.
Was he on Saturday Night Live?
I don't know.
Oh, Keenan.
Nope.
Darn it.
Kel.
He played Brother Bear in the Berenstain Bears.
Berenstain.
Tell me when you give up.
Was he the little bear from the Brother Bear?
Was it Peel?
No.
Was it Key?
No.
He was a young comedian.
Was or still currently is?
He was. From like the TV show. The Berenstain Bears.
Dave Chappelle.
And he does comedy today, like stand up?
Not necessarily stand-up. He's in comedy movies. I mean, I'm sure he has some stand-up, but...
Zach Galifianakis.
No.
I got it.
Let's guess.
Schneikes.
No.
David Spade.
Michael Cera.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh,
He's not a comedian.
Well, he's in comedy movies.
Yeah, but you said we assumed it's stand-up.
He plays Al in the Barbie movie, and his only feature is that he can wear Ken's clothes.
All right, number 4, Sally Brown. From the Peanuts.
Yeah, I was going to say Charlie Brown's sister.
Which iteration?
The original.
Ooh. So 1965.
Shelley Duvall.
No. It's the original all the way to now, actually.
Really?
She's still alive?
As far as I know.
No.
Well, it's at
Let
least...
me Google it real quick.
No.
It's at least from the last several decades. Like, I guess 2 or 3 decades.
Are there any hints?
Because she played it when she was little as well.
When she was little as well. Meg Ryan.
She's actually a singer.
Cher.
No.
Celine Dion.
No.
I don't know.
Patti Smith.
No.
John Jett.
Fergie.
What?
Nah.
I looked it up. When she was a kid, she played the sound of Sally Brown. It still did in the most recent movie.
Isn't she like a duchess? Like for real a duchess?
I don't
Like
know.
through marriage or something?
Something like that.
Huh.
All right, number 5, Stewart.
Stewart?
Michael J. Fox.
Yes, from Stuart Little.
I probably.
It's only 1 to 2. Let's see. Kid Simba.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yes.
There we go. I'm on a roll now.
Crap.
Number 7, Shredder.
Francois Chow.
No, these are all animated.
Oh.
Either CGI or cartoon.
Michael. What's his name?
It's Shredder from the 1987 Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Oh. Just remember Turtle Soup.
Bruce Willis.
He also played a judge on a TV show.
A judge on
On a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
What was a TV show?
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's right.
Uncle Phil.
But
What's his name?
I don't know.
was it? It's not Michael.
Nope.
Is it James something?
James McAvery. Was that his name? McAvery?
If you can tell me the actual last name, if not, I'll give it to him because he's closest.
James Avery.
Yes.
Ah!
James Avery plays the Shredder. Number 8, Sideshow Bob.
Kelsey Grammer.
Okay. You're tied again.
I didn't know.
Let's see. Number 9, Nigel Thornberry.
Tim Curry.
Yes.
I can do this with my hands. Smashing.
All right, number 10, the Genie.
Robin Williams.
Damn.
Number 11, Tigress.
Stupid buzzers.
Tigress.
Yes.
Uh,
Do you know it from?
from Wonder Woman.
No.
Okay.
From Kung Fu Panda, correct?
Yes.
Oh, I do that.
Scarlett Johansson?
No.
No.
It is.
A woman.
It is.
Yeah.
And you're asking me because,
It's the question.
you know,
She has a name, I'm sure.
I know the movies and her face. I just the name is blanking on me right now because
She adopts lots of kids.
she does.
Angelina Jolie.
Ah!
Yes.
Thank you for the hint.
I was thinking like Tomb Raider. That
All right.
movie with Brad Pitt.
Small amount of peace, small amount of peace.
Number 12, Meg Griffin.
That would be
As he thinks. Enough.
Mila Kunis.
Yes.
Come on. Why do we have to sit through this of him going,
He buzzed in first. I get it.
I have way less sleep than you do, Tom. Cut me some slack.
Number 13,
I will cut you nothing.
Mr. Fox. I'll just buzz once.
Mr. Fox?
Yeah.
What's that from?
You buzzed in.
I know.
I know who it is.
The fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yes, George Clooney.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's see. Where was that? Number 14, Horton.
Jim. No.
Stop hitting my table.
God, Steve Carell.
No.
Darn it.
I'm guessing it's from Horton Hears a Who.
Yes.
Oh wait, I know who it is. There you go again.
Yeah, just somebody guess.
Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Okay.
I was about to say it. See, he gets 40 seconds to try to spit an answer out. I get 2
You'll be all right,
seconds.
Tom. You'll be all right.
Number 15, Cole Tucker.
I don't know who Cole Tucker is. I'm just buzzing into Beat Hayden. Who the hell's Cole Tucker? What's that from?
Well, that'll be the next hint.
Let's say, is it from Treasure Planet?
It's from Titan A&E.
Oh.
Matt Damon.
Ah!
That is correct. Makes me think of Billy Madison. That is correct. All right, number 16, Luann Platter.
Oh, damn it.
It's from King of the Hill.
I know who it is. Is it Julianne?
No.
Damn it.
I don't know.
Is this a famous person?
Yeah, they're all famous people that have been in like live action movies and shows.
Crap, who the hell plays Luann?
Goldie Hawn.
No.
All right.
I don't know.
Brittany Murphy.
Damn it, that's right.
Number 17, Frozone.
Samuel L. Jackson.
As he takes a deep breath.
Where's my super suit?
Number 18, Alex the Lion. You don't know.
Look up. I don't know.
He's just buzzing in.
We'll be right back.
Ever wondered what a rhythm-based stealth game with dinosaurs might look like? Or a farming sim in space with zombies? Welcome to the Gaming Blender podcast. I'm Matt, and with my co-host Scott, we take a random game genre and random game mechanics, blend them all up, and pitch wild, totally hypothetical games you've never heard of, and maybe shouldn't. New episodes every other week. Hit play and unleash your inner game dev. No coding required. Search the Gaming Blender on your favorite podcast app now.
Crap. I do know it.
Well, then say it.
I'm blanking on his name again.
What's the movie?
It's no.
Madagascar.
Oh, man. Chris Rock?
No.
That's the zebra in there.
Oh, he's the zebra.
Why? So I can see his face, but I can't.
I see the lion.
I can't.
If I tell you a movie,
I know.
you'll easily get it, so.
I'm just like, amnesiaing on names right now.
You just sit still.
Ben Stiller. Oh, thank you. I was
feel
like,
this
Zoo.
is-
I just
This is rigged.
my brain was screaming Zoolander.
No, yes.
Derek Zoolander. That's all I wanted to say was Derek Zoolander.
He plays the lion. He gives him the blue steel. Number 19, Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen, huh? Lightning
Yep.
McQueen from
I
Cars.
know this way.
That's a good one. It's a movie I've seen.
Can I go?
Make a guess.
Steve Carell.
Owen Wilson.
Yes.
Dang it.
Wow.
Wow.
Number 20, Manfred.
Manfred.
Oh, boy.
Manfred.
Manfred.
My name is Fred, and I am also a man.
I'm Manfred.
I don't know.
From Ice Age.
Oh, Ray Romano.
Yes.
No, he's the mastodon.
Yeah. Number 21, Puss in Boots.
Antonio Banderas.
I knew that.
I barely get it out. Oh, boy.
Put the boots.
Number 22, Quick Kick.
What's this from?
Quick Kick from G.I. Joe.
So this is like the 80s?
Yeah.
Chuck Norris.
Quick kick.
You should both be ashamed.
Should we?
I never liked it.
Dennis Quaid.
No.
I never liked it.
You should both be ashamed.
Is it a wrestler?
I really hope they're not listening. I doubt that they do, but I really hope they're not.
Oh. So it's somebody that we talked to before.
Yes.
Francois Chow?
Yes.
Oh, crap.
Yes.
Sorry. I got there eventually.
Oops.
Oops. Number 23, Zazu.
That is
Who is Zazu?
Rowan Atkinson.
Yes. The bird from The Lion King.
Oh.
I really thought you'd be better at this time.
I should have studied, apparently.
Number 24, Buster Moon. He's just buzzing in as I say it.
Because, like, I'll remember it, but my brain has to wake up. Buster Moon, huh?
Yeah.
Let's say.
He's like just stalling.
And you let him get away with it.
Do you know who Buster Moon?
I don't even know what that's from.
I don't know. It's probably.
Sing.
From what?
Sing.
Oh,
the animated
Matthew
movie.
McConaughey.
Sing?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't see it.
He's a koala bear.
All right, I never heard of that one.
It's a good movie. You should watch it.
Number 25, Buzz Lightyear.
Tim Allen.
Yes.
I buzzed first.
That's
You heard
okay.
it.
I gave him a pity. I gave him a pity one.
It's not that far.
It's going to be. Number 26, Rocket Raccoon.
Bradley Cooper.
I buzzed first.
I didn't hear it. Number 27, Sassy.
I was first?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
even buzzed.
What'd you say?
Reset your buzzers. Sassy. You're like, from what?
Roseanne Barr.
No, it's Sassy from Homeward Bound.
Oh, that is.
That is Roseanne.
Roseanne. Okay.
That is Roseanne Barr.
No.
Oh, Princess Leia.
Carrie Fisher.
No.
What's her real name?
Uh-huh.
That was not Roseanne Barr?
No.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I want to fact check.
Sassy. Goldie Hawn.
No.
I'm just gonna default.
Why are you just like,
I really want one to be Goldie Hawn.
I swear to God that's Roseanne.
I did too, because she does the voice of.
No, I looked it up on
She was the
IMDb.
cat.
She also does the voice in the baby thing with Bruce Willis, doesn't she?
Look who's talking.
Look who's
Yeah,
talking.
she does
Yeah.
that. But I looked it up on IMDb. This is a different person. I'll give you a hint. The same actress is in Forrest Gump.
Sally Field.
Yes.
Really? Oh, that's right. I was going to say Robin Wright.
Let's see. Now, this is from the most recent movie, not the original guy, but Optimus Prime.
Arthur B.
No.
Killingsworth.
No. This is the new voices of Optimus Prime.
Okay.
In the movies and TV and all that.
Alan Tudyk. He's in there.
Stephen Root.
No.
Michael Gambon.
He's dead.
No.
But you could have made one before he went.
Liam Neeson, because that's what it sounds like.
No.
I'm trying to think of
I don't know who this dude is.
Deep voices.
Yeah.
Jason Statham.
I'm Jason Statham.
I'm Optimus.
I'm up the Bruce Brown.
Jamming.
Chow mein. Chow mein.
It's Ron Perlman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That makes
I
sense.
feel like we could have gotten a hint.
Yeah.
Number 29. Now, this is from the newest incarnation, but Master Splinter.
Jackie Chan.
Yes. Let's see. Jason Todd from Batman Under the...
Ackles. Jensen Ackles.
Yes.
Ankles.
Ankles. I was like,
Jensen Ackles?
Jason Ankles.
Jason. His alter ego.
Number 31. Detective Pikachu.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ah.
Let's see. Number 32. The Joker.
Mark Hamill.
Yes.
Well, there's other.
Well,
That's the only one anyone cared
I
about.
was waiting. If y'all didn't guess, I was going to do Batman the Animated Series, but
Are we done?
no. You're number 33 out of 41. I did an odd number because I don't have any bonus. Number 33. Now, this is from the 2017, but it's Alpha 5 from Power Rangers.
Oh.
It's a comedian.
Pete Davidson.
He's on SNL, or at least was. I guess within the last 10 years or so. I don't know if he's still on it, but
David Spade.
nope.
Kenan Thompson.
No.
Will Ferrell.
No.
Colin Yost.
No.
Michael Che.
Trying to think who the hell's even on SNL.
It's a he.
Both of you know who he is when I say the name.
Jason Sudeikis.
No.
Will Forte.
No.
Who's the guy that plays Barry in the TV show? Bill Hader.
Yes.
Oh,
Damn it! I was like trying to think of his name before you got to it. I was like, crap.
All right, number 34. Cusco.
Crap. You mean Cusco?
Yeah, Cusco.
Cusco's poison. That would be David Spade.
I was just saying, you've said his name like 15 times.
Cusco. Cusco's poison. Cusco. I kept thinking of like the salad.
I kept thinking Patrick Warburton's voice though. In my head, it was just like, yeah, this is Putty.
Now, I'll go ahead and say this is from the live action Beauty and the Beast, but it's an animated character, Lumiere.
Jerry Orbach.
Ewan McGregor.
Yes.
Dang it. I think he was the one that won the movie,
All right.
What?
the animated movie for Beauty and the Beast.
Now, this is, I'll go ahead and do this one kind of backwards. It's from Clone Wars, and it's Darth Sidious.
Tim Curry.
Yes.
Oh, really? I don't know.
Let's see. The 2007 Ninja Turtles, Casey Jones.
That I do know this one.
Jason Statham.
No. Will Arnett.
No.
Oh, I thought it was him.
That was Batman and Lego Batman.
Okay.
Now,
Chris Pratt.
No.
He is in one of the turtle
He's in
movies.
he's in the
Michael Bay one.
Michael Bay ones,
Yeah.
yeah. That was later.
2007, Casey Jones. Who would play
Who was cool in 2007?
Ben Affleck.
Paul Walker.
I'll tell you, the person that plays him is a Marvel superhero.
Jeremy Renner.
No.
Oh, Chris Evans.
Yes.
Ah.
Just keep shouting them out till you know.
At this point, might as well. Let's see. Spirit.
Jeremy Mock.
No.
Matt Damon.
Yes. Dang it. Spirit from Spirit of the Cimarron.
Cimarron. We actually interviewed the guy that wrote that movie.
We did. That's why I put it on here. Number 39. Donkey Kong.
Lawrence Fishburne.
No. From the new
Yep, I know.
Super Mario Brothers.
I'm having my brain blank again. Seth Rogen.
Yes.
Ah.
2 more questions left.
It's not looking good,
Here.
Tom.
How many? Am I 5 ahead? something like that. All right, I'll give it to you, Tom. Those 2 questions. Go for
Well, thanks, Hayden. You're so freaking gracious.
Poop from the Emoji Movie.
Oh, I know this one.
Poop from the Emoji Movie.
I know this one.
I didn't watch these movies.
This is why I told you ahead of time what we were doing.
I don't have time to watch these. There's a Modern Warfare 3 beta. What do you think I was doing this whole time?
He's fancy.
He's fancy.
He's actually a sir. He's knighted.
Bill Nye.
No, sir.
Michael Caine.
No.
Patrick Stewart.
Oh.
Yes.
All you had to do was say Star Trek, and I just went, all right, well,
All right, and then Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks
at one point, I think it was what Michael
from the
J.
live
Fox.
action.
That.
I thought that was like a computer. Because like no one's voice is that high pitched.
Well, yeah, they speed it up, I'm sure. But
Justin Long.
oh,
Sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
He's going places, isn't he?
That's why I made that the odd one. So I was like, if nothing else, maybe somebody will get that one.
Mm.
Well, Hayden, I will say that you've won.
Yay!
So you get to punish Tom.
Tom,
Hayden.
I have gone down a rabbit hole of really bad video games that have like horrendous casting in it, and this is apropos to what Mitch just did. So you must watch the playthrough of the story mode of NBA 2K15,
Oh God.
where they casted actual basketball players to play their respective roles.
Thanks.
Apparently, it's like the worst thing ever, and I'm excited to get your review on that.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Welcome to the movies.
Enjoy the show.
Please stop.
This here is Mitch's scene breakdown.
The book coming to a Barnes and Noble near you.
Single spaced. We're gonna.
There's 160 something scenes in
Yeah.
The Shining.
It's like a 3-hour movie.
We're doing The Shining. For
The Shinin'.
The Shinin'. For in the spirit of festivities.
Look, we decided to do this scene by scene, and I didn't know that there was 160 scenes.
There's a lot of scenes.
I don't know who picked.
Oh yeah. We're gonna
Who,
skim over some of the more.
Like I said, I found this scene by scene. I didn't have
I
time to
literally
type
just
it
looked at
up.
the paper and I'm reading it upside
Yeah.
down. And I was like, ooh,
That's on the first page. They threw out the hard R like that. So.
yeah. Please don't
It's
read
in
that.
the movie.
Don't read that out loud.
I will not. All right, so let's get started. Did you guys watch the movie again?
I did.
recently? No,
No.
Tom did not. Okay.
I wasn't spending 3 hours watching a movie I didn't like.
Kind of defeats the whole point
You don't
of
like The Shining?
No.
The Shining?
it. Kind of defeats the whole point of reviewing a movie, but
This is just Tom's podcast, and we're living in it.
I just remember the Treehouse of Horror, but the cafeteria, the Seamus, he calls it the Shinin'.
Yeah.
It's like, the Shinin'!
I would just like to put out there that I looked up the scene by scene for both of these movies, and I did the trivia.
I did watch Shaun of the Dead.
At least Hayden did review, have his movie review for his punishment from last week.
That's right. All right, moving on to the first scene. Jack Torrance arrives at the
Nicholson, just Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. Arrives at the Overlook Hotel. In the background, behind a door, is signposted the Golden Room. Two mysterious figures in the 1920s dress stand observing him. I didn't write this, so bear with me as I bumble through. Jack walks up to the front desk and receives instructions from the secretary on how to get to... All right, we're just going. Okay, already Kubrick is playing with the notions of a hotel being a maze as the characters constantly make use of the words right and left as if Okay, before we get into like the play-by-play of all of this, I did a lot of deep dive into like the psychological means behind The Shining, and there is probably a million hours of people out there talking about why the drapes are red, or why Jack wears a red coat and his son wears like a green or blue overall. That. All right, I think that's a little too involved. I'm sure that color and stuff like that plays a psychological factor and things like that.
Well, just know that these notes were 50 pages long until I condensed it.
So, and I appreciate that. Yes, we get it. The Overlook Hotel is supposed to be big, convoluted, and crazy, and
Isn't the Overlook supposed to be like hell?
Well,
Because there's a lot of false perspective on walls.
So there's actually a big thing about that. Stephen King. Let's save that for the end because what it all means is probably a good way to end all of this. So, anyways, Jack goes to the office. That's probably the best answer. But Jack goes to the office. Mr. Ullman, and he gets kind of has this interview with him about staying over the winter season where the roads are too hard to keep open to have people stay at the hotel, so they just close it and let somebody caretake essentially for 6 months. And he interviews for the job, and already like you can kind of start to see that his character is kind of off. He kind of is like.
He looks like a psycho.
He already looks a little crazy.
Right. And Stephen King, who did not like Kubrick's interpretation of this movie, this is one of his biggest, critiques about it was he always envisioned Jack Torrance in his story that he was a troubled person who was trying to get right through alcoholism, trying to quit.
Trying to get right through alcoholism. I need to straighten up. Let's start drinking.
He's trying to get right with his alcoholism, and he's a flawed individual who's trying to get better, and so he comes off as a normal person, and then he ends up getting descending into madness, so to speak. Whereas Kubrick kind of portrays him already as an off person, and that's evident in this interview where he's just. I don't know, just kind of creepy.
I'll watch your hotel.
Yeah. So.
Can I kill my family here?
Well, essentially, the guy's like, you should know the last caretaker murdered his wife and chopped his kids up into pieces and stuff like that. And he's like, well, that is intriguing, And you're like, all right.
Maybe this isn't for you.
Thank you for your. We'll call you.
Well, they're probably like, who else are we going to get? So yeah, he gets the job. And, man, there's 5 beats on just this interview. All right, so after he gets the job, Jack calls home to Wendy, played by Shelley Duvall, and this is the first time you see her, and she looks like she's already been through the Shining.
She looks like a vet.
She's looking rough right from the get with her yellow craggly teeth,
bug eyes,
shaking it, smoking a cigarette. Jack, did you take the job? Jack calls home. Wendy answers the phone. A cowboy film is showing to the left of the frame, whilst Wendy occupies the right of the frame. This is a subliminal reference to cowboys and Indians. I don't know if it went into that much detail, implying that Wendy will assume the role of a tormented native. Do you think Kubrick was really like that?
Dude, like I said, I found this scene by scene, and I'll let you pull from it what you need.
So I think this is just people look into this looking for what they want it to be.
I do too, because I watched an hour-long documentary from Kubrick's wife where she was shooting behind-the-scenes stuff, and a lot of it was like Kubrick walked up and he was like, all right, so you're standing there, and he just lays down on the ground, and he gets a camera and looks up, and he's like, yeah, we're going to shoot it like this, and I'm like, okay, so he's just kind of winging it as he goes, I don't think that they had this much methodically plotted out.
All I know is about this movie is Stephen King didn't like it, and they basically psychologically and physically tormented Shelley Duvall for a year.
I have notes on that, too, because I don't think so, all right? I think Shelley Duvall is just a drama queen and crazy. But I'll get to that later. So Danny stands before a bathroom. Kubrick, who, with The Shining, began developing semiotic language far beyond for that which he utilized in 2001: A Space Odyssey, carefully places several important signifiers here. Consider these for the time being: a tub of Vaseline beside Danny, the number 42, and a green shower curtain. Here we go with the green curtains. All right, the number.
What does it mean?
See, okay, so I'm going to call this the 42 effect because the number 42 shows up 3 times in the movie, and people lose their mind about it. They think that it means something. Danny wears it on his little sort of sweater kind of jersey thing that his mom made for him.
I'll be honest, I didn't notice it at all.
Exactly. And then the room
242? Or 3? I don't know.
Anyway, I'm sure it's in here at some point, but the numbers add up. If you divide by pi equals 42, people are getting that stupid about it, And I'm like, I think it's just a random number. People chill out. While speaking in the mirror, Danny moves Tony, his finger, up and down 6 times. The result...
Tony's not here.
The result that Tony moves a total of 12 times, 6 in the mirror, 6 in real life. The next time Danny moves Tony, he will do so 21 times. Does that equal 482? Probably.
Like I said, you don't have to read it line by line. This is just to give you an idea.
This is my problem with the movie, is that people really do think that everything has to mean something.
I just thought this was a crap movie. It was boring.
I don't think that everything is intentional. I think that there's a lot that is, like, you know, intentionally trying to do something, but I think it's more subliminal. Like, we're going to have this be an ugly color because it makes the audience feel uncomfortable. Instead of, like, the green means that Cthulhu once possessed this hotel and, you know, they're actually in hell.
That's ridiculous. He would have been in Ryla.
During the bathroom. Oh, my God. This is a whole page just for the scene.
The bathroom.
Then move on.
4,885 tiles.
All right. So, yeah. Danny talks to himself in the mirror, and he says Tony is the little man that lives in his mouth. Yeah, and then he kind of like has a seizure or I don't know.
Episode.
He has an episode, and then he's woken up, and it's this part of the scene is kind of confusing, a little off-putting because he's not wearing pants. He's a little boy in underwear, and the doctor lady is like weirdly straddling him, you know, and It does a weird cut from the Overlook Hotel where Jack is starting to get kind of like spooky vibes, and then it cuts back to let me look in your eyes, and then you see this lady like eyeball to eyeball contact with Danny, you know, staring into his soul with like a little eyeglass thing. And you're like, whoa, you know, that's what they cut back to, and you're like really off put by that. And I could tell that they kind of did that because maybe just to freak you out. I don't know. And then he talks about Tony. Tony is this thing that like it's a man that lives in his mouth that goes into his stomach whenever she looks into his mouth, and
like he's hiding behind a tooth, and he's like, ah!
Yeah. There's a lot of speculation that has something to do with like sexual assault that Danny has suffered under his father, Jack Torrance. I don't know. Maybe he's just being creepy. I don't know.
The only thing they allude or ever talk about is how he like hurt his arm or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's the literal sense, but people try to find more implications into what's going on. So and in the book, I don't know. I haven't read The Shining, but I read a lot about Stephen King's interpretation of The Shining, and I feel like the boy has fond memories of his father. It was more of like an aspect of a relationship that it could have been, it should have been, but it never happened, kind of thing, because of his father's alcoholism.
Well, I mean, you find out in Dr. Sleep that he can talk to other people and sense other things.
He's got the shine,
Yeah.
which is what that is.
The shinin.
So, anyways, the doctor's like, you know, does Tony tell you to do stuff that you shouldn't be doing? And the boy's like, I don't want to talk about it anymore. And she's like, okay. So, I think at this point we're now going to, because this is a whole nother page about the doctor, and Jack and Wendy are taking. Okay, cool. So now we're moving on to they're driving to the Overlook Hotel. The hotel is a place of contrast. American flags, stark reds, whites, and blues, U.S. Eagles, prepackaged food, and other trinkets of Americana constantly clash with the Navajo Indian artwork. That's right. It's on top of an Indian burial ground.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they put that like right in the get-go, and he's like, well, in 1908, you know, we spent 2 years constructing this, and the natives tried to drive the people off, but because it was on an Indian burial ground, but we said, nah. And I'm like, that's never a good way to start your movie. So some stuff's going to happen.
Have you guys not seen Poltergeist?
Yeah. So the theme doubles itself, carried out throughout the film. The narrative leaps forward in pairs. Yeah, they do talk a lot about how essentially as the time starts with isolation for the family, it's a month. And then it goes down to a week, and then it goes down to specific days in the week.
No, I did notice that, yeah.
And it goes down to specific times of one day in the week. And it's weird that it's kind of coning in, so to speak, on like the craziness. Like, this is the moment where they all lose their minds.
Now, I have to say, minus the ghost stuff, this would be an awesome place to be a caretaker for. I mean, you saw the game room. They still got TV. I mean, you got all the food you could want.
Yeah, and you got plenty of ghosts to talk to.
Well, as I said, minus the ghost stuff, it would be an awesome place.
If they had good Wi-Fi, man, we could hang out there and just play Call of Duty.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, so they're still talking about them settling into to the hotel. Oh yeah, this is before they're isolated. This is where Danny meets Mr. Holleran, who is he's a black guy, and that's relevant because race is kind of like a subliminal thing that goes on in this too. Like for instance,
Well, it's not subliminal from one of the ghosts, but
no, but they do talk about like when Jack is struggling with his alcoholism and he gives in and drinks ghost brandy.
Yeah.
At one point, he calls it the white man's burden.
yeah.
The white man's burden. And you know, so you're assuming that there's guilt essentially for what white people have done to other races, including like the Indians and the black cook, Mr. Holleran.
I like how Mr. Holleran specifically tells Danny, "Don't go in room 237."
Yeah.
And like you tell a kid, that's exactly what they're gonna do.
I was waiting for him. I remember watching this for the first time, and I was like, well, if you don't want him to go into it, you need to like scare the crap out of that kid. I was waiting for him to like shake the kid, slap him around a little bit.
Stop!
But yeah, so both Danny and Jack are warned twice. The first warning comes from the present. The second warning comes from the past. Because during the storeroom sequence, Danny learns that Mr. Holleran can also shine. Shining is a process which allows one to both look into the past and foresee the future, essentially allowing Danny and Holleran to learn from the past and prevent future horrors. Left alone, Danny and Holleran have a conversation in the kitchen. Kubrick keeps the shot tight and the background constantly out of focus until Danny delivers the line, "Is there something bad here?" And it's true, and it's not just about them, and this is very Kubrickian, it's not about what the characters are actually saying. It is about all of the feeling that you get. They do something called Mickey Mousing a lot in this movie. Yeah. Where the music emphasizes the beats of the character's body acting.
Oh, yeah.
So every time they take a step, you'll hear like a meh, 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 you know, as they like start to go off into a run or something like that. Mickey Mousing is usually considered to be kind of like a slapstick, tool.
The cartoonish, yeah.
And what's interesting is you don't really know that they're doing it in this movie. They've found a way to not use it to slap you in the face with it, but to emphasize the more tension and traumatic situations that these characters are going through. And I guess what year was this movie?
80.
80? Yeah. I guess in 1980 when, like, you know, you're used to Looney Tunes and kind of like over-the-top character, cartoon, slapstick music kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This music didn't gel well, but I think over time it's gotten a lot more tasteful, and people who see it, younger people who don't know what a real horror movie is, not Jeepers Creepers Reborn, but like, The Shining, and they see that and they're like, I don't know why, but this movie creeps me out, and that's what Kubrick's going for. So, moving on, Wendy navigates the famous hedge maze, pushing. She navigates the maze of the
Overload.
hotel.
Yeah, the diagram
Right.
or what? Or no,
No, they're not.
just
They're,
through the hallway.
they're not in the hedge maze yet. Pushing a breakfast trolley into the bedroom. In this sequence, there are two Jacks, one in the mirror and one in the bed. There's a lot of mirror kind of things, almost like an alternate version. There's probably a ton of symbolism that goes on with that. That Jack Nicholson has a very interesting face as it is, and to see him kind of like look at himself in the mirror with his angular eyebrows and stuff like that, you're like, wow, there's a lot going on in that head right there.
Well, because there's like one scene where Danny and Shelley's outside playing, or what's her?
Wendy?
Danny and Wendy are outside playing in the snow, and Jack's just sitting out the window, just looking through the window, going, just like glaring.
Yeah,
he looks like he's starting to lose it, and it's like just the beginning of the movie.
Right. It is a very Lovecraftian descent into madness, and another thing too that Kubrick did was he focused it basically from the descent from Jack Nicholson's character's point of view, from Jack Torrance. But you see it more as the crazier he gets from the other character's point of view, watching him go crazy, which is an interesting narrative shift as this movie goes along. Everything's about Jack in the beginning, and then the second he starts to like drink and kind of go off the rails, the POV flops to these other characters, and it's interesting that they've kind of a dichotomy has shifted where Kubrick doesn't want you to associate with that character anymore. He wants you to be creeped out by him at that point. And that's another thing that King hated, was the fact that it was all about Jack Torrance and not the rest of the family's issues. Wendy, of course, King was notoriously quoted for calling her a misogynistic character because she's just like the scared, gaslit, crazy wife that goes off the rails and has to deal with her abusive husband, as opposed to her having more of a heroine character in the book and making smart decisions and not just screaming. So yeah,
God, I wanted to hit her. I was rooting for him.
Yeah,
I was like, get in there.
So, and there's more like nuanced detail.
There was 1,042 stitches in the carpet.
Yeah.
42.
All right. So Jack is, of course, in this hotel. He chooses isolation so he can focus on his work, on writing. The first time, pretty soon after the isolation begins, Jack starts sitting in front of his typewriter.
That part actually made me laugh when I saw it because it's this gigantic room, and he's just like little tiny Jack just sitting there at the bottom of the screen. He's just like,
yeah. I love
so
it does a good job of portraying kind of like the sensation of where like you're trying to write a school book report and you're just like, I don't want to do this, but I gotta do this, and everything is distracting. This giant room, blazing fireplace, like really loud and bright to your left. There's a tennis ball. I'm gonna throw the crap out of this tennis ball. I love how Jack Nicholson is just like, wow, every time he throws that ball. He's just doing absolutely anything, putting every ounce of energy into anything except for the paper that he's trying to write. And then when he finally gets his role and he starts writing, Wendy comes in to check on him. And he's like, get up. He's like threatening to like murder her right from the get-go. That's where like the biggest change in his character is where he's like,
when you see me sitting in this room on the desk with the typewriter, I'm working.
He's like
freaking out.
Get through your dumb head, And she just has that look on her face like, okay. Yeah. She's got that like
deer in the headlight.
Yeah, she's really good at doing that, and that might be real. But yeah, she also has like that one where you can tell she's not looking at anything, so like that one eyeball kind of drifts a little bit, but she's looking directly in the camera, and the way her eyes like kind of don't focus on you, just like, ugh, she's seeing through me, So, but. Yeah, she plays the victim up. To be fair, Jack Torrance is like bombastically screaming at her about nothing. This repetition frustrates Jack, so he lashes out at Wendy whenever disturbed. When Wendy asks Jack to take her for a walk, Jack refuses and says he needs to spend time writing. But Jack's book itself manifests his ability to risk change and his preference for ceaseless repetition of the familiar. We'll save that for later in the book. All right, moving on. When Wendy and Danny explore the hedge maze, this is where she decides to go out and explore the hedge maze. Jack wants to write, so she takes Danny out. They both repeat the line, "The loser gets to keep America clean." This line relates to the American Indians, the loser in the war for America.
Deep dive there, huh?
Who ironically are now more concerned with keeping America clean than their white victors. The line is possibly also referenced to a series of near-racist weeping or crying Indian advertisements, which ran on TV during the 1970s. It's a lot of hefty speculation there. I do agree. White people were bad to Indians, and but I don't know if the movie had that much symbolism. Like
I didn't notice it.
This black and white about it, but yeah.
Other than it being an Indian burial ground, that's the only, I guess, connection I saw.
Yeah.
All right. So they explore the maze. there's a good bit of time of them exploring the maze. I think it's more just to establish that it's, forever.
Yeah.
The weird part, too, is where Jack is standing over the hedge maze map.
Yeah, it's like a little diorama, and he's just, like, looking down.
And he can see them in the center of the diorama, like he's, like, God observing them from space.
Yeah.
Which is also very strange. And then we cut to Danny is on his big wheel, and he rides up to room 237. He tries the door, because of course. However, it is locked. Later in the sequence, this will be repeated with the camera on the opposite end of the corridor. Whatever, speculation again.
I just want to say, having a big wheel riding around in those hallways would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a kid, that would have been so cool.
I'm also impressed that the cameraman could keep up, because that kid was bucking it. That kid you just see like feet like pumping, and the camera's actually pretty smooth. Too.
Yeah.
And I watched the behind the scenes, and the way they did that was they just had a dude with a camera holding it and just like kind of coasting, like doing the squat run next behind him, and Kubrick's big fat body's just like huffing in the background, trying to keep up too. So, well, they actually kept it pretty still. That was impressive.
Yeah.
Jack is typing the Colorado Lounge. Wendy walks up to him again with red, white, and blue color scheme, because that means something, and offers him something to eat. He blows up on her. We already talked about that.
Well, I noticed that Wendy, basically, she's the one that's like keeping everything running in the hotel the entire time. But one thing that got on my nerves, and I know it's, quote unquote, CB radio etiquette, but when
Over?
he's talking to the deputy,
Over.
Like, over. How are y'all doing up there? Over.
Over.
We're doing pretty good. Over.
Over now.
Driving me insane, because it was just like a long conversation that they were having.
Yeah. Yeah, it is weird. I'm sure that's intentional too. Is that Jack, who's supposed to be like the guy that fixes the boiler room and keeps like the heat and stuff going, he's not doing crap. He's either like staring at himself in a mirror, sitting in his bed, drinking with ghosts, or
Typing,
not writing.
Yeah, I mean, she's going through with like the checklist, checking fuses,
Right.
checking like the boiler.
he got the job for her, so he could just hang out and do what he wanted.
Yeah,
It's like, you do what I said I would.
I'm gonna go play wall ball and talk about racial slurs.
Well, and I was wondering, because up until towards the end, you don't see Jack actually physically talking to ghosts until towards the end, later on in the movie. But it kind of alludes that maybe he's seeing them the whole time. Like the way he acts like things are off. I don't know.
Okay, so careful.
That's what I'm asking. I'm like, is he seeing them?
So I think that what Kubrick has done is he's made a movie ambiguous enough where anybody can watch it and have their own theories about it, and that is fine. But remember, it's a theory.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Like, is he supposed to have been seeing them? Because it just seems like he maybe
You
has.
don't know.
Okay.
And it's okay for it to go one way or the other. There's no wrong answer in this situation, and people lose their mind about it. Like, no, it's obvious the curtains are green because Jack has incestual feelings about his mother or something like that.
They're teal. Where did that come from?
These are the people you just want to hit them.
I know. So, like, people who are like that, you just don't argue with them. Like,
Even like people like reading novels,
Yeah.
like in high school, like in English, it's just like, what did Shakespeare mean by saying like that, or like this person mean? But it's just like,
Shakespeare, the guy that makes up words,
yeah,
so he can have things rhyme or something. Yeah, let's talk about that. All right, so tough guy Danny, I don't know why he said that, again in red, whites, and blue, continues his ride in the big wheel, exploring the overlook like an intrepid adventurer. Our bite-sized hero is stopped in his tracks over when he's confronted by the Grady twins. Come play with us forever and ever and ever.
I had a little. Have either one of y'all ever seen the little snippet shorts of cars on the road? It's like a TV series based on cars that the animated Owen Wilson thing.
Yeah.
My son loves this, and there's an episode where they go into a haunted house, and it parodies the Shining throughout the entire episode.
Yeah,
he finds a room full of ghosts. He comes in around the corner, and there's his two twin cars that say, "Come play with us," and then they like crumple and turn into ghosts. And I'm just thinking, if only he knew how creepy that is.
because even Family Guy did it. It was like Stewie riding around, and then he gets around the corner, and it's Homer Simpson running from him. He's like, he runs him down or something.
So it's a really good sequence in The Shining because Danny, you follow him for what feels like
ever.
You know, just him going nuts on that big wheel, just and like the cool aspect of chasing this kid, you know, as he's just enjoying himself, kind of wanes for a while. And you're like, all right, where are we going with this? This has been like at least a minute, and then he stops as soon as he sees the twins. And, and it's a very abrupt stop. You know,
because they're not supposed to be there,
right? And you see his reaction where he's just like, and then you see the girls like with their kind of like awkward, coy smile, and then they deliver that line, and then it jumps to like them bloodied on the ground.
Yeah, like it just like flashes to it for a second.
And then it flashes to Danny's face where he's just like, he's got that, like, the kid's really expressive. He's really good at like being afraid for camera, and then you know, the chaos of the music.
It's because off screen Kubrick was beating his mom. That's why he was like,
actually Kubrick was like really. He made it kind of a game for the kid who played Danny. You know, he the whole acting thing. He didn't want to traumatize. From what I've heard,
he's like, I got to Shelley Duvall enough.
Yeah,
I don't need to ruin your life.
And I have theories about Shelley Duvall that I'll talk about at the end of this. But Danny, I think, you know, he realized he was a kid, and Kubrick has always kind of like had a soft spot for child actors, and apparently he's one of the better directors to work with as a child actor. However, he very rarely worked with kids. So. All right, moving on. That happens. I'm trying to like
whatever scene that was. That happens.
I'm trying to navigate like all of the ambiguous, you know, what this all means. So, as the film progresses, we will witness various spectral images and ghostly visions, Jack's ghosts, which he seems to conjure up himself as our representative of everything he desires. The American Dream, aka the Golden Room. The Golden Room is an interesting part of the hotel because it's very
gold.
Well, it's very like out of character from the rest of the hotel.
It's very ritzy compared to the rest.
Right.
I mean, it's all a big, you know, luxury hotel,
Right.
but this is above and beyond.
Yeah, and it's for it being the fanciest, kind of cleanest, schmarmiest place in the hotel. You'd think like the boiler room would be where all the spooky stuff happens.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's in the bar.
Yeah.
VIP room.
And that's where the real
Champagne
kind of
room.
Supernatural conflict ensues, is in the Golden Room, you know. And I can see why people say the descent into hell is an alluring descent, because you have to willingly forgive yourself up. And that part where Jack sits down at the bar and talks to Lloyd, the bartender, who never blinks. He stares at Jack, and he's just like kind of
He says like, I'd sell my soul for a drink.
Yeah, and then you see like a little bit of a smirk when that line is delivered on Lloyd, the bartender, and he was like, "Will you now?" You know, and he gives him a drink, which is the drink I thought was significant for some reason.
Did they think it was significant?
I'm sure they did. Jack's alcohol demon, Jack Daniels, is a composite of father and son, Jack and Danny. The film will go on to show that Danny has a seductive longing for both his son, Danny, and alcohol, Jack Daniels. So this guy's also going the whole, he wants to do things to his son route, I think. I saw that once or twice, and I think that just because it's creepy, his relationship, it doesn't have to be seductive, but people kind of go there because people are gross. Anyways, the movie that's being played in the background while while Jack is drinking and Danny and Wendy are chilling in their hotel room is The Summer of 42. There's that number again, which is I don't know why that's important.
42.
But, Danny's wearing a Mickey Mouse sweater, and a lot of people were trying to make things about that too. Yeah, let's just go in.
Well, when he's wearing the sweater, that's when he actually goes into the room. He goes into the 237 room, and then he comes out with like his torn, like his sweater's torn, and she accuses Jack of like doing something to him. But then it's like she goes and leaves the kid, and she comes to Jack saying that there's somebody else in the hotel, and she's carrying the bat. And so if there's somebody else in the hotel that you think attacked your son, why would you leave him alone?
Exactly.
But then she's a bad mother.
But then she starts looking at Jack, and he's looking at her crazy, and then she starts accusing him.
Well, he says the famous line, "What the F are you talking about?"
Yeah.
What the?
But like, cause he's, you know, and he's obviously not drinking anything. He's just sitting there in some sort of like, you know,
trance.
Yeah.
Stupor.
But he's acting like a drunk person. And when she interrupts him with that, you know, you can see that he's kind of like angry about it. So Jack goes to the room 237. And he sees this woman with the biggest bush in human history
And the longest legs to begin with.
who's, you know, so he goes to the room and does he have a bat? I can't remember if he's got the bat or not.
I think he does.
And he's like, he sees like a person behind the curtain. Mind you, this person just strangled his son. And
Allegedly.
The bruises and the crazy wife, whatever.
Look, we don't know what the kid did to start it.
Look, she's naked, you know, maybe
Well, she comes out of the bathtub and she's hot, so he's like, you know, let's figure some things out first.
Let's talk about this.
And,
No, don't bother getting dressed.
she kisses him, and
he sees in the mirror.
Yeah, that she's like bloated and got scabs and skin's falling off, and it's this old woman with saggy boobies, you know, she's like doing her cackle, and he's like, oh, he does that Jack Nicholson like scream. What's really funny, it sounds like Tarzan, oh, you know, and then it cuts back to him going to Wendy and be like, I didn't see anything.
He's like, I'm not going to talk about that to anybody. He's like, what happened? I kissed a corpse. There's no one here.
Yeah. So, you know, he's like, maybe he did it to himself, you know, with his creepy Jack Nicholson, whatever. There's a lot of pages about that love scene. So we'll move on to...
Well, then they kind of move on to where he goes back to the bar. That's the next significant thing. And that's when he runs into the waiter.
There's a significant part where he's typing at the type. Well, he's asleep at the typewriter. You hear him...
Oh, yeah, and he starts screaming?
Yeah, you hear him doing his moan Jack Nicholson thing. Ah, ah. And then Wendy like runs to him and she wakes him up and he's like, I had the worst nightmare. and he's like, looks at her and he's like, I chopped you up into bits. And she's just like, okay.
You want like a sandwich or something?
So yeah, like obviously they're pushing that a lot, you know. After the nightmare, Jack breaks down and falls beneath the table. Kubrick uses diagonal framing. We're not going to talk about all that mess. Jack gets upset and seeks solace in alcohol. He goes back to the bartender, heads down the corner, and leads to the gold room. The quarter is lined, and we're not going to talk about the color. He sees a mirror. He talks to the mirror. What? I don't remember this part. So... let me read this.
What is that part that you're reading?
As Jack walks down the corridor, he mumbles a line exactly when passing each mirror. First mirror, who, me? Second mirror, F you. Third mirror, animal growl followed by outward slashing of his hands.
I don't remember that.
I think we're getting into the weeds. It could just be Jack Nicholson just doing his thing, and then people interpret.
That's how he actually goes about.
Yeah. He sees a mirror.
Huh?
Me? Jack sits at the bar despite knowing what alcohol led him to do in the past, which was he admits to the bartender that this one time the kid dropped my papers and I got angry. It was a what do you call it? A compulsion of muscle disorder where
1 ounce
1 ounce of extra strength just happened to dislocate his shoulder. And you're like, geez. So yeah.
What extra pound of pressure?
At this part, he talks about White Man's Burden, which is actually a poem by Rudyard Kipling. I didn't know that. It was a European white man's burden or duty, the poem says, to conquer native savages and aborigines, for they did not have European language, education, or writing. Look, they're not like us, so clearly they're wrong.
And for anybody who's going like, Rudyard Kipling, let's cancel him. Isn't that the guy that wrote the Jungle Book?
Yeah, let's cancel him. I mean, he was a super racist guy. Mm-hmm. Jack speaks of using too much force on Danny, precisely the moment when Wendy runs in the room, and we are talking about the crazy woman. We brushed over the part where Danny goes to check in on his father because he wants the red fire truck, and his father is supposed to be asleep, but he's actually awake in the bed, and they have that moment where he sits in his dad's lap, and it's kind of creepy. That's where people are like thinking that there's something, nefarious going on.
Well, because he's telling Danny that I would never hurt you. I love y'all.
Yeah.
I would never do anything to hurt you and stuff like that.
And maybe I don't think that it was intentionally like sexual like that. I think it was just Kubrick was like, all right, lay on the creep, and Jack Nicholson's like, send it.
You got it, Stan.
They talk about the woman. They're talking about how many steps he takes into the room and stuff like that. Come on.
42.
What about the bruises on his neck? Wendy says somebody did that to him, and Jack says he kind of talks it away because he doesn't want to talk about Danny being hurt because it brings up bad memories. And he blames Wendy for effing up his life, holding him back before storming out of the room. Because everything's her fault.
Mm-hmm.
That he's a alcoholic loser. Jack walks aimlessly into the hotel. He sees, at this point, after this fight with his wife, he just kind of wanders off. He sees balloons now. Like there was a party that just happened to happen, right outside the Golden Room. He goes into the Golden Room, and people are doing their, like...
dancing in the background.
And he's just like, got his stupid Jack Nicholson Joker smile, like, wow, everybody's having a good time in here,
Isn't this place supposed to be empty?
Yeah.
And like to him, it's just like, oh, cool people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he sits back down at the bar.
But they're all dressed in like,
19.
50s, 40s, 30s kind of clothing and stuff. So,
yeah, he's definitely at a place with like his blazer.
yeah.
His like a cardigan looking thing that he's wearing. The band plays Al Bowley's Midnight, the Stars and You, which is apparently important. A woman walks across the screen. We're not going to talk about that. It's more speculation.
Well, this is the scene where he bumps into the waiter.
So he has a little thing with the bartender, gets another drink, but then he tries to pay with money.
Yeah.
And the bartender's like, your money's no good here, sir.
It's been taken care of.
Yeah, it's been taken because it's
on the house.
It's his soul, obviously, that he spent to have a drink.
Yeah.
And so then he gets up and he runs into the waiter who splashes like orange juice on him.
Yeah, something.
And you find out that the waiter was the last caretaker at that moment who chopped up his little girls into bits.
Yeah.
And, then he's like, let me take you into this very red bathroom to clean up your jacket that got orange juice on it. And then he starts like lambasting him about how, disorderly his family is. And he's like, one should take considerable measures to put them in check, Mr. Torrance. And he's like, yeah, but one should.
That ghost is also the one that starts all the races talk and all that.
Yeah, I hear he's been communicating with a insert hard R. So, and then Jack's like, yeah, hard R.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
So, at that point, you're like, all right, so this guy's crazy, and he might kill his family if this is the first time you've seen the movie. I do think that the movie is made with a symposium of you're going to see this and get a vibe the first time you watch it, and then a different vibe subsequent times you see it after that. And, after you watch it the first time, you're seeing the signifiers. And that's a whole different kind of journey of Jack's descent into madness as opposed to what the hell is going on while you're watching it the first time. So that happens. Jack is then taken to the bathroom. Now we talked about that. That's a whole nother page there. Grady is the name of the guy that was the caretaker before him.
Yes.
Jack decides, I'm going to be crazy now. And he tells Grady that despite his willful boy who has great talent, as he keeps saying, he is agreeing that the woman, his wife, is holding him back.
She gots to go.
Ruining everything. So he decides he's going to go and unplug the one working radio because the phones have been out from a bad storm. So he goes and rips the fuses out of the radio box so they can't communicate with the local police station. Apparently this scene resembles the disconnection of HAL 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Sure.
Mitch,
what are you doing,
did
Jack?
you find like the longest report?
I found the one that went scene by scene.
That's a lot.
They made their own scenes.
At this point, for some reason, I can't remember what it was. Was it the woman that shocked Danny so bad that Mr. Hallerman actually sensed it through the shine.
Yes.
And so he is concerned about what's going on in the Outlook Hotel.
When he sensed it there because you see him sitting in like his hotel room or his house or wherever he's at with naked women on the walls.
Yeah, that part's funny.
I was like, I don't remember this.
He's just a dude chilling in the bed watching the news report, and then the camera's like pulling out. And there's just like this big, ginormous afroed woman with like her,
and it's like a painted picture,
just all of it hanging out, and he's just this like sweet old man, but he's got some.
And then it flips to the TV with another ginormous painting.
Man's got some needs, you know. So, you know, maybe like there's some subliminal thing that he's a good guy because he's heterosexual. It's the 80s and whatever.
He likes girls.
But when Danny gets attacked or whatever, that's when he senses it. And then when Jack meets the butler, which is actually the old caretaker, that's when you start realizing that what's his name?
Grady?
Not Grady.
Lloyd?
Lloyd. That's when Lloyd's, you see that he's kind of on his way back towards the hotel. It kind of shows a little
Halloran.
Halloran, yes. Yeah. That's when Halloran. That's when he starts heading on his way back to the hotel.
Yeah, well, he's decided something's not right because you can't get in touch with him because the lines are out and the radio thing's not working. So,
which I want to say, he is amazing at like continental travel at that time because he's in Florida.
Yeah,
he's just chilling in Miami.
I swear he gets like, there in a
boom,
day.
Colorado.
He gets there in a day.
I mean, he could have flown.
He did fly.
He did, but still, he had to go in like the little Bearcat looking thing up the mountain.
Snowcat, yeah. But they do a pretty good job of showcasing how much he cared because there's a little bit of a beat where Halloran talks to Danny how there are people who have what they have, the shine, and they need to look out for each other because other people don't understand them. So when he senses something's bad, they do a good job showcasing how much energy he's putting into trying to go back to help them.
Yeah.
And so he gets in the airplane, he calls his buddy who's got a snowcat, and, kind of manipulates him into giving him the snowcat so he can go up to help the family. He, more speculation. All right, so Wendy finally goes to talk to Jack. She has a baseball bat because I think something happened where Jack confronted her, and what was the moment where Wendy had this guy's going to try and kill me situation? Do you remember, Mitch? Well, anyways, she's got the baseball bat for some reason. She goes to the typewriter, and she starts to read the pages. And in all the pages, just like 1,000 pages, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And that,
he's been typing this for a while.
And that part is kind of creepy. You're like, why is he?
At what point did he go crazy? If he's got this many pages, going. Pretty much. And what's neat is like not every page is just line for line. Like some of them are shaped like dialogue, but it's still the same words.
There's like random typos. Like you can tell he's like degrading as he was writing it. What's interesting too is he had to have been doing that the entire time he was there.
Yeah.
And the first time she tries to see what he's doing, he gets mad and rips it up in front of her. So at one point, I think he knew that he was writing something that was nonsense, that he was continuing his journey into madness, but he had enough self-aware to know that an outside perspective would be bad.
Well, that's kind of why earlier I was asking, like, do you think he's seeing ghosts the whole time that we don't know he's seeing? Because, I mean, if judging by his paper, he's been writing this the whole time, so maybe he's going crazy since the beginning.
He'd have to, at least for what makes sense of our interpretation of the film. I'm sure somebody somewhere says, it's a computer simulation. Aliens.
He's glitching in the Matrix.
Wendy and Jack begin to argue because he confronts her. He catches her watching the thing, and he mentions his contract, which is signed and agreed to uphold, which is because she wants to leave because the girl. That's what it was. She's mad that he wants to stay, and he's like, "We have a contract. We have to stay," and gets all crazy and whatever. And she's like, "Somebody tried to kill our kid. Let's get out of here."
Yeah.
And
she realizes that the snowcat that they had has been torn up. That's what.
well, he sends. She's like, "Well, I'm gonna take Danny,
Right.
and I'm gonna get the snowcat and go." And he's like, "Good luck."
Yeah.
I already destroyed it.
Yeah. So
Idiot.
then they do the famous line, famous scene where she's
On the
like,
stairs.
"Stay away, Jack."
And he's just like mocking her as he walks
Yeah.
up the steps.
He's like,
Darling, light of my life.
he does say that, lines, it's written in
Not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in.
Windy, my treasure, light of my life. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in.
That's called hurting.
Yeah. And then he like lunges for her and she's like, swats his arm. And he's like, ah! And he falls down the steps and does this Jack Nicholson yell, ah!
Ow.
She hit him in the head with the bat.
Yeah, and then he lays there and he's all drooling and he does this like animalistic moan thing like,
I like how she drags his body to the freezer and she can't figure out how to open it.
it's not a freezer, it's a storage room.
But
But
all they gotta do is take the little pin out, and she's like, "The door won't open." And then she's like, "Oh."
he's like obviously awake at this time and he's not doing anything. He's just like, Wendy,
Yeah.
what are you doing, Wendy? And she's like, and she drags him in there and then locks him. All right. The one thing I do want to talk about that could be kind of ambiguous, take it for what you will. How did Jack get out of the storage room?
Ghost opened the freezer. That's the only thing. I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense.
So the ghosts at this point have no direct impact on plot. They're just there to kind of manifest
they
Jack's
they
craziness.
supposedly attacked Danny,
That's true.
and then so
Or there's speculation that Jack actually was the one who attacked Danny.
well, he was sitting at the typewriter, so I don't think he did.
Well, there's also a very kind of like ambiguous time space
Yeah.
thing going on in this hotel. So a person seems like they can be in opposite parts of the hotel pretty fast, because they do a good job of like not giving you a universe that makes sense. Everything changes, it seems like, and so Jack kind of goes from one place to the other place, quick, and he could have assaulted Danny and then gone back to the typewriter or whatever.
I just feel like the ghost had an influence on this scene here, where it pops the pin out and lets him out of this freezer.
Let me out of here, and I'll forget the whole goddamn thing. It will be just like nothing ever happened, Jack yells, again agreeing to forget what happened. I don't believe that. I don't think Wendy does either. When Jack first says, "Open the door, let me out of here," a Frosted Flakes cereal box appears behind Wendy's mascot. It's the mascot, Tony the Tiger, featured prominently in the front surface. Does this imply that Danny opened the door for his father? So there's an implication of what happened. Because Tony...
The tiger.
They're
great.
I don't think it was the kid.
It's just some cereal.
Jack, becoming increasingly mad, shows signs of childlike regression. Jack is a dull boy. My head hurts real bad. I need a doctor. Danny's nickname is Doc, and he sits cross-legged like a child eating Oreos and milk. He does do that. That I thought that was funny. Like when he come back and he's been there for a while, he's got like a spread, like a kid.
It's like all the little things he wanted. It's just like,
Yeah.
a little smorgasbord of snacks.
Just a vat of peanut butter open. Jack makes typing motions on the door with his finger, and there's the iconic shot where he's like beating on the door, and Kubrick, he's looking down with his hair all droopy and stringy. Yeah, and this is the shot where Kubrick's like, "Hey, let's do the shot," and he like lays down on the ground and looks up at him. That he just came off the cuff, and you can see that in the documentary behind this movie. So I'm going as fast as I can.
Hey, it is what it is.
All right. So, anyways, Halloran finally he ends up getting out. You're led to believe that the ghosts let him out. Because the ghosts make a deal saying you have to kill them. Essentially, and he's like, "Okay, let me out." And the ghost's like, "All right." And so you hear like a locking mechanism releasing.
Then he grips an axe.
Yeah. So Halloran arrives and on the snowcat, and he hello. He's just like announcing himself as he goes in, and you see Jack Nicholson shambling his way, looking for Wendy.
Victim.
Yeah. They keep referring to 2001: Space Odyssey. I don't know why in these notes. Danny writes red rum on the bathroom door while Wendy, who after locking her husband into a pantry, just goes to sleep. I guess what else are you gonna do? So
I'm gonna take a nap. I don't have time for this.
yeah. And she wakes up to red rum. Red rum.
He could tell the murder was coming.
Red rum. And she sees red rum in the mirrors backwards as murder. We're like, we get it. So then Jack starts like shaking the door, and she goes to the bathroom and locks that door.
Then
The axe scene.
Now, she could have ended the whole scene. She has this knife. He sticks his face in the door.
all she had to do was just be like, against like that side of the wall, and just been like, what?
Well, she was against that side
It's
of the
like
wall.
kitchen knife, like right at the bridge of his nose. It just would have been. Ah!
But she's a gaslit,
That scene
inferior woman.
pisses me off because she's just like shaking. She's like, like waving it around like a kid with a lightsaber, just like with like the big doopy eyes.
Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, at that point, I was like, Jack, just get in there, like, just for the love of
Just
God,
kill her already. God.
just enough.
Well, then she opens the window, puts Danny out. She clearly,
They're on the 8th floor. She's like,
well, it's the snow, so she just glides down. But she clearly could have fit out because
Her
both
head.
arms and shoulders are already out the window, and she doesn't have big hips.
She's got that front gut. She can't quite get it out.
The widest part
what
of
are
her
you
body,
doing, step bro?
the widest part of her body is probably her head, and it's outside.
Yeah, she got a big head. So, the axe scene happens, and I love the camera's work for the axe scene. There's that famous. Have you guys ever seen the behind the scenes where Jack Nicholson's like prepping to start the scene?
He's just swinging wildly.
and like there's like dudes like trying to rig mics and they're like dodging him with the axe as he's like getting ready and stuff like that. He's just going just like getting crazier and crazier.
Then he runs in the bathroom and he's like wiping powder off his nose. He's like, door.
When he starts,
Say action.
I don't even know if he waited for action because he just starts like railing the door with the axe, and the camera work does this awesome wipe with the axe as you see and the camera guy is so good. He stops perfectly as the axe impacts the door, and you really feel the connectivity of that impact because you're the audience in motion, and then it just slaps you stopped with the axe, and you're like, whoa, every time it does it. So, anyways, he does the famous iconic "Here's Johnny" line, which is improvised.
Yeah.
And he reaches in to do the Jimmy the Lock or whatever, and she does with
Like
her
a cat scratch with
super fake knife that she's got in her hand.
the Michael Myers size knife, and she gives him a cat scratch on his hand.
He's like,
And he does this Jack Nicholson howl again. Oh! And
it's like, that's kind of smart.
and then she, I guess he like gives up and walks away.
He's like, God.
So she like waits in the bathroom for a little while.
Well, he realizes that Danny's gotten out, so
Yeah.
he goes after him.
Right, and then that's when Mr.
Because he
Howell-
sees the window open through the little hole. But
that's when Mr. Howell-
See, what he should have did was like shamble out, going, I'm gonna go kill Danny, and like wait for her to like run out while he's just like hiding behind the corner. Just go, idiot.
but it's like a few second scene. But as he's charging to go outside to look for him, he turns and looks in the one room where you see like this old man in a furry, like sitting at the bed.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what the heck is this?
Okay, so there was that weird random cut, like where a fancy man is like getting
A fancy, fat, bald white man.
getting fellatio from a guy in a pig outfit with his butt exposed and like.
But it's like
butt
full
plug.
on furry outfit with the butt exposed.
But it's not a pig. It's actually apparently a bear.
A bear or something. Yeah,
costume.
something.
And
And like this dude's just blowing him, and
Right.
he was like,
He's sitting in the position, and they're both like, and
Right.
look at Jack.
and they like smile at him, and Jack's like, ugh. But
it'd been funny if that was like what snapped him back into sanity. He's just like, wait, what the?
so the
We gotta get out of here.
there's a lot of speculation on what that means. A lot of people think that it's, Jack's final descent into madness. He's actually in hell now. Some other people think that it's the relationship that Jack has with his son. Yeah. visualized because the bear being his son or something like that.
And it also shows like a scene where there's a bunch of skeletons and cobwebs. Are they supposed to have been there the whole time and nobody noticed them or something?
I guess. I don't know. I think it's just spooky stuff. All right, can we just leave it at that? So, anyways, Jack hacks the bathroom door 12 times. Halloran arrives in the snowcat. The lights in the snowcat flash 12 times. Halloran takes 21 steps to the front door. Jack takes 24 steps to the... Why are we putting this much detail? I don't think it matters. All right, moving on. So Halloran comes in. He announces himself, and Jack sees him. And he starts like licking his lips. He's like, "Yeah, I get to kill somebody."
Finally.
The house needs a soul.
And there's no doors between us.
So, Halloran's like creeping through, and the poor old guy. Have you ever seen his like gait? His like legs, they're so bow-legged. You know, like I never noticed that until this last watch, and I was like, that's got to be such a pain to watch to walk that way. And then you hear like Jack do his and he like hacks him into the chest and kills him instantly. And at that point, I remember the first time I watched the movie, I was like, what was the point of this character if he just dies like as soon as he gets to the Overlook Hotel? You know,
He shared The Shining.
I guess.
The Shinnin.
But him doing that, you you watch it again, you see how Danny reacts once that happens because he felt the shine at that through that guy's death. And he's like hiding in a little pantry thing, and he murders the guy. And he stands up and he's like, "Danny, Danny," and you see Danny like get out and scurry away. You're like, why would you get out? But
during this whole time, Wendy's running around the hotel. I swear, she runs around the entire hotel before finally going to Danny, where she told him to hide.
yeah,
Like, she's just running around the halls.
Woo!
maybe it's the hotel is.
I was going to say, I guess maybe that's to symbolize that the hotel changes as she moves, but it felt like she just decided to run the halls before going outside.
Yeah. So she, so Danny runs out into the hedge maze, and then you have the very famous hedge maze scene. I don't care what anybody says. The movie's interpretation of this was way better than what Stephen King did, because there's something about like bush monsters and stuff coming to life and blah, just Jack just being crazy, shambling through looking for footsteps.
Yeah.
And doing his like at that point, Jack is like devolved into an animal. He's not even making words anymore. He's just going.
Stun!
It's the South Park. The South Park parody of that is so perfect.
Stun!
And he just howls. He's just making animalistic noises. And then Danny, smart, figures out how to like backtrack his footsteps where Jack would lose them because he steps in the same spots and sneaks out.
Which is pretty smart.
Yeah. And he gets out. Sees his mom. They get in the Hellcat, the snowcat, the Hellcat,
And we fire up that V8.
Spinning tires as they leave.
Woo! Panama!
they get in the snowcat, and they drive off. And then
Completely different. One's cold, one's hot.
they cut to that infamous last image of Jack Nicholson.
the Geico caveman. Yeah. That's what he looked. That's what he reminded me of. It looks like the Geico caveman sitting there
with his teeth, his bottom teeth out. Like, that's such a cute. Like even the first time I saw it, they cut to that such a costing image. You're just like, oh, you gotta laugh at it because he's got this goofy face.
It's like, that's the face you chose to die with. It's like how like a frozen car was like.
So, all right. So behind the scenes stuff.
Well, then Jack ends up in the 1921 picture. How does that happen?
Because everybody who I am led to believe everybody who's there that died gave themselves in one aspect or another to whoever the demon, the devil that runs that.
Well, that's what I was just guessing was that if you die in the hotel, you become part of the picture. Mm-hmm. So
your soul belongs to me. So behind the scenes stuff, you got to watch this documentary. It's actually pretty good. it starts off with Jack Nicholson, like, sort of.
So I did the picture. This was after Chinatown.
He's like getting dressed and smoking a cigarette, and he's like, I always brush my teeth before I go onto the scene. And he just like smokes a cigarette right immediately after that. What's the point of that? And then, he's constantly like undoing his pants just like in front of camera. And it's Stanley Kubrick's wife. And she's just like filming it all, like, all right. So every time Shelley Duvall comes into the documentary, she's always complaining about something. And you see Stanley Kubrick like, oh, for the love of God, Shelley. He's just like so done with her. There's one part where they're trying to cue her to come out, and they have all this fake snow, and it's super costly. There's lots of moving parts. And he yells, "Action, Shelley." God damn it! Action, Shelley! God, for the love of God, Shelley. She's like, was that supposed to come out now? And he's like, God damn it! You can see like I think he wasn't like intentionally gaslighting her. He just hated her guts.
Why wouldn't you just fire and get a different actress?
I don't know. Maybe they're too far gone in the
Kubrick.
movie. Yeah, they were probably too far gone in the movie. And then she's like sitting there, and she's like pulling a strand of her hair out. She's like, look, I'm so stressed. My hair's falling out. And Kubrick's like, that's nice. Are you going to get to the scene now?
Yeah, that's great. We're trying to film.
So
Remember movie?
Yeah, she's always complaining, and she'll have a fit, and she'll need to lay down. And Kubrick's like, "How long is this gonna take?" And she's like, "I don't know. I'm just so dizzy." And it's like, "Well, you're needed on set. Just maybe just like 5 or 10 more minutes." And he's like, "Shelley, okay, I'm going."
Shelley. He just sounded like a frustrated dad.
Yeah,
he's just like
he was so done with her, But all the other interactions he had with everybody else was pretty interesting to see. Also, like, it's a set. It's like there was a location, I think, for the exterior stuff, but most of the interior stuff seemed to be a set.
Okay.
And they had like the golden room, and then it was just like a plywood wall, and the other side is just office, like tables of people like. And he's always doing his last minute changes. They talk about the different colored scripts, why they're colored, and it's because if you've got a blue script and I got a pink script,
one of us is wrong.
One of us is wrong. One of us has the
old one.
So you need to find out and stuff like that. All these funny issues that happened back in the 80s and stuff.
He's just dropping update patches every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
500 paid updates.
It's like, you got the nerfed script. This is the buffed.
Yeah, and Jack's like, I don't even bother learning my lines till right before I shoot, because he's like, what's the point? And Shelley Duvall is just like, okay, so what's my line again? And
he's like,
yeah, Kubrick's like, for the love of God,
Shelley, I'm going to kill you.
Give me the X.
And it's just like, he's giving the business to Shelley. He goes, Jack, you're doing great.
Pretty much. That's exactly how it is.
It's like Homelander, like at the table. And he's just like, all of you were pieces of, garbage. I hate all of you. I could kill
Except for you, Black Noir.
Black Noir, you're doing great work, and I love it.
But, yeah. And then, like, you'll follow, like, Jack Nicholson around for a little bit in the documentary, and you'll be like, the average celebrity meets 10 times in 1 year what a person will meet in their lifetime, as far as, like, interactions with people.
Mm.
And like, they cut to, like, there's, like, a party, and he's just shaking random people's hands and stuff like that, and like, all right, so he's a celebrity. We get it.
No, it's Jack Nicholson. We know.
So,
he's an important person.
yeah, it was an interesting look behind the scenes. It's on YouTube. It's
Okay.
like 45
Yeah, I've
minutes
seen
long.
bits of it.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I like the movie a lot. I haven't read the book. There's people in both camps that the book is better, whatever. I don't think that there's this much introspective going on that requires
A book.
A floor full of pages.
We,
That you
counting
better pick up.
steps of how many steps people take into a room, and Jack Torrance blinks his eyes 42 times, which clearly means that Satan runs the hotel. I don't know how people make correlations.
I'll be honest, the movie's just really boring to me.
It is a boring
It's a
movie.
long, slow movie because it's a slow burn into going crazy.
Mm.
All right, and I can see it being problematic. Well, culturally for one reason, but also thematically for our generation, with how the movie would assume you have the attention span to sit through something like that. Watching a kid on his big wheel for 5 minutes, pounding through the hotel.
I know, just any kind of horror movie where it's just a guy is always just kind of like Scream. It's like, how do y'all not kill this guy?
Well,
Like,
it's a family thing.
But in Scream, the dude's like tripping over chairs and stuff as he's chasing.
That's different. Scream's a parody of a horror situation.
I know.
Or even like Child's Play. It's a doll.
Yeah, punt that thing across the room. But
yeah.
this is more about like, the thing that you value, the modern American family, ends up turning on itself and becoming the horror, and to see how that plays out. And even though I would agree all of the pieces don't connect, there's not, everything doesn't make sense. And I think a lot of times spooky imagery is just used just for the sake of being spooky. And that's it. As opposed to there being a literal step-by-step transcendent into craziness. So are we all getting an Amber alert here? Yeah. There you go. So I like the movie. 9 out of 10. Not my favorite Kubrick film, obviously, but
Not nearly as good as
2001.
Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, Full Metal Jacket's great too. But I actually think I would like this. I think I like Clockwork Orange, Full Metal Jacket, and finally 2001. In that order, all the way to 2001 being the first one, and then The Shining would be at the bottom.
This movie would have been better if Arlie Ermey was just in it.
Yeah. What the hell is going on here?
He's the ghost.
Who ate this donut?
He like busts in. He's just like, "What are you writing? I'll play. No, what's your major malfunction? Numbnuts?
Did your mother not love you enough?
Looks like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mom's butt and ended up as brown stain on the mattress."
Oh, so hoping you'd say it.
I think you've been cheated.
So, other than that, I mean, besides like AI, which is sort of a Kubrick film, I haven't seen Barry Lyndon, and some other Kubrick films. There's a couple that
I haven't seen Barry Lyndon.
So, but yeah, Eyes Wide Shut.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes Wide Shut's dumb.
Weird.
Yeah, he's into that. He's into this like, let's showcase sex, but let's make it very uncomfortable. Like he wants you to feel bad looking at sex. Kubrick's thing.
He's like, I didn't get any of it. Neither can you.
So I don't know. I don't know what that's about. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, if you just want to be confused and frustrated, and then get on the internet and feel even more confused and frustrated, watch this movie and then try and figure out what you think it means. The Shining, 1980 classic.
Or watch The Shining.
Or you know what you should do? Watch the 1997 movie that Stephen King was so mad he got a miniseries done, which was more literal to his work, and apparently it's bad. So, all right, well, that's it for this week's episode. Goodbye from Mitch.
Bye.
Goodbye from Tom.
Bye, Tom.
And goodbye from me, Hayden. Goodbye.
God, you're finally quiet.
I gotta pee.
He's just going on and on about himself.
Say it up.